cursor shows a golden treasure chest if they have not been looted yet, because the first Divinity game did not do that. So you could not tell at a glance if you had already looted something from a distance. Okay. Oh, that's right. I can kill the bitch that collared me.
She tries to speak, but can only gape with jagged movements. She raises her clenched fist.
Try to save her.
Soaks through the cloth.
Oh well, slit her throat. And then I can loot her. At this point, though, I think it's too late to get to the lifeboat. Yep. Gotcha. Now the first one, the game is incredible. The second one, they definitely added some quality of life improvements, making it a little friendlier for the player themselves. But first one, I was shocked when I played it that it took me, I think Steam said it took me over 100 hours to beat it one time. So that's a lot of bang for your buck, assuming you do the side quests and stuff like that.
Their vile magic lured the Voidwood.
Alright. Wake up! Alright, definitely gonna grab all this refuse on the beach, because you can make some cruddy weapons with it and then just sell them. Oh, there's Lucky Charm proccing. You can just sell it to get some starter money.
The child has a small mirror in his hands. He holds it up at angles.
I'm not supposed to talk to strangers.
The child considers your statement.
You're weird. Are you a sorcerer? One of those guys that brings the...
Do I look like a sorcerer?
You straight on, unafraid, searching the shadows.
I don't see any source on you or me. I guess
they're wrong and crazy.
Maybe you're right. At least they don't mind where anyone goes. They know we can't leave the island, and it's a lot nicer out here than outside. But you didn't die.
Okay, I'm not gonna push too hard, kid. Alright. Don't really have anything else to equip right now. Yeah, I can do that a little bit. Alright, there's a fight here. I'm going to run past it and pick up Red Prince, because if I do the fight, it's going to level me up, and that would mean he's already leveled up by the time I got to him, and he's going to pick all the wrong skills. So I'm going to get him and then go back. It's metagaming a little bit, but it is the top difficulty, so...
You spot a strange lizard gazing over the water with a steady... Yes, you recognize him from the ship. It would seem you're not the only one who's... The lizard turns about with the graceful ease of a dancer. Or a duelist. You lock eyes with his.
I did survive, yes. And chances are I wouldn't have, had you not returned to the aid of your fellow passengers down...
Glad I went back to help.
Dreadful hole. You have my gratitude.
Hand over heart, he salutes you with a bob of the head. More than a nod, though less than a bow.
Oh man, I don't like either of these options. These are not me.
Yes, I'm sure you've all the makings of a hero and all that.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Away, shall we? Now then, if there's nothing further... If you really must know, I haven't quite decided yet. I've a frightful amount.
He sighs dramatically.
Tell me. What do you see when you cast your glance over this ocean?
A kraken-infested wasteland I never want to
Touche.
go near again.
He looks out over the water once more, and so do you. A few tranquil moments pass as the waves lap against your thoughts.
As for myself, when I consider this vast expanse before us, I see an empire. I see continents dotted with mighty cities. And shimmering along the soft curve of the sea's horizon, I picture the palaces that form
Yeah,
my
it's good.
paradise.
Really, any classes in this game can work as long as you just don't try to divide too much. Like, as long as you don't have a guy that's got like a third of his stats in intelligence and a third of his stats in strength and a third of his stats in dexterity, then he's going to be bad at everything. But as long as you have each character kind of focus on one road, you'll be great. The only like fantasy trope that I found did not work very well in this game was the idea of a tank, like a guy in full plate mail with a giant shield, and everyone beats on him and does no damage. When I made that character, guy in full plate mail with a big shield, everyone ignored him, and he didn't do much damage. He could only take damage, and the enemy AI rightfully just walked around him and hit all my other people. So I think your dual-wield fighter would be golden.
Of course, it's rather specific. Quite obviously, I'm musing over the very actual
Suddenly, having all the air of being deeply offended,
Well, don't just stand there gawking like an ape at an abacus.
Scholar
Or do
option.
you really mean to tell me you
The
don't know
notorious
who
Red
the very
Prince.
same? I am the Red Prince, the All-Conqueror.
Spouse
world,
of the
of
sun.
course
You're going to
you
marry
know
the sun.
there's a brief moment's pause, during which his
That said, I suppose I must own up to the grandeur that is my fate has hit a bit of a snag. But never you worry.
Ah, finally.
Throne I
Invite
would
him to
bet
travel
you.
with you.
A kind offer indeed.
Glad I went
And
back
you've
for
already
him.
proven. Fine, I accept. On for reasons I'll not disclose right now, it is imperative that I've reason to believe one of them may be present on this island. Promise me we'll look.
Sure.
The undead? Come now, did you really think a handful of linen towels
What?
could fool me?
The bucket on my head disguise was foolproof.
But don't worry. I have studied the arcane arts for years, including necromancy and demonology. I do not hold... So, now that that's settled, even if you are as versed in the art of eloquence as I am, that our sword, as a born fighter, I prefer the perfection of the blade myself.
An additional thought, Splittin, is when you get to the end of Act 1, you gain access to this magic mirror, and you can click on it and you can respec. And there's no cost. You can do it as often as you want, and you can move, unlike some other games, you can literally move every talent point around. So if you do something that you regret, as long as you can get to the end of Act 1, you can completely rehash the character. So there's some people I know will basically just play the most overpowered build to get through Act 1 as fast as possible, and then switch to what they really want to play. I personally don't do that, because I didn't pay for the game to fast forward through it. That's just my mindset, so...
Wizardry
Alright.
embedded in my nature is deeply, very well.
For now, I'm
Onwards then
going
to
to
victory
get
or
more
death.
summons.
The Red Prince nods.
Now, as you're aware, you'll be traveling with a prince. Proper, as your
My
luck
lord.
would have it. Of course, there are other forms of protocol to bear in.
Alright. I want to make sure his buttons are on the same bars, so I'm not hitting the wrong keys. That's good. Okay.
Boring.
I do wish they would add the ability to crank up the out-of-combat game speed, though. Like, just the running around, the casting animations. It's a minor wish, but if they ever patch the game or run an update, I would love for that to be an option.
They made it to the shore.
Alright. Vampire? Okay. I'm guessing that means life stealing. Oof, miss. And since we summoned him out of blood, he has this spell. That didn't happen the first time I played the game. These things were not calling my name. Oh, bugger. Shoot, I'm gonna have to waste a movement point getting around this rock. Save that. Alright, get a bleed on the other one. And then hit that one in the butt. He might live. Yep, he did live. Excellent. Oh, he bled down to 1 HP and then healed. Okay, this time it is safe to use fire because there's not flammable stuff everywhere. There's that Tambura. I'm a big fan of the combat music in this. Alright, this is overkill, but it's definitely gonna end the fight. There's that level up. Alright, so since I had Red Prince before that... Oh, he wants to talk? What's up?
Stare at the slain beasts and comment that they must have been the cause of the shipwreck.
Let's get out of here before any more of these
That
show
much
up.
of a fight. Dry land mustn't suit them.
No, turn off the tutorials. I know how to talk. Okay. So do a point in con and a point in strength. I want Fane to be the guy with a tad bit of muscle just to be able to force open doors and stuff. Point summoning. We've already got Hydra Physicist. And point in Lucky Charm. He already... Oh, he has Lore Master. I think Sybil might have a +1 to Lore Master, so I might make her the Lore Master. Alright, he needs 1 point in... I need someone to have 1 point in Geomancer to be able to heal Fane, so we'll do him. And Con and... Wits. Okay. Magister Jalen. Hey, res scroll. Excellent.
I wonder in which order.
Alright, save game. I'm frequently hitting the Alt key looking for anything on the ground that I can pick up for crafting components.
Junk. Rubbish.
It's not rubbish, Fane. I'll teach you. Penny bun.
Ah, hello, small, furry creature. How do you do? I found something.
Oh, good thing I just gave him wits.
One must put in due
I did
effort
not
if one is to
find
reap the
this
proper
last
reward.
time. Oh shit, what is this? I did not expect a fight here. You know what? I can use his racial ability and then summon an incarnate out of the fire, because this thing has no magic armor. Don't hit my myself. Excellent. Nice, it did not get a hit. Okay. What do the tombstones say?
Here lies a nameless inmate. May he find the peace denied him in life in the Hall of Echoes.
Now the black cat, I know from my last playthrough, if you can keep it alive until you escape the fort, it becomes a spell called Summon Black Cat Familiar or something like that. So I'm going to do what I can to keep it alive.
I'm not opposed to manual labor if circumstances require.
Hello, what's this? Armor, I'll take it. Does he have... No, he's got rubbish right now. Whoop. Why is that button even there? I accidentally hit the multiplayer ping. I'm in a single player game. Treasure chest I completely missed last time.
I wonder where this leads.
Now, if you don't have Fane in your party, I know you meet him for the first time right here. Now, the Fane can run through this poison. Red cannot. So let's burn it away. There we go. Come back here later. Alright, so waiting on them to catch up, and I can do a little bag organization while I wait. Wand upgrade. Now you definitely want to read all readable items at least one time. Even if you're not the type of person to actually read the books, if that's not your cup of tea, it sometimes gives you like quest updates or new recipes, stuff like that. So I make a habit of right-click read, right-click add to wares, and then they'll sell the next time I'm at the shop. Oh, another shirt with armor. Give that to Red. Oh, that's the kid that begged me to go back on. Yeah, as I was about to say. Alright. Ah, she picked up that shell before I could. I can get to that. I think later on when you get there's a teleport spell, you can reach all these out of the way items.
Stay back, sorcerer, and stay silent. Our Godwoken speaks.
We know you've been helping sorcerers escape, Atusa. We have proof.
I'd sooner cut my tongue out than lie to you, Alexander. I know nothing of any escapees.
If you can tell the Godwoken no more, your tongue is of no use. Cut it out.
Jesus.
Can't be serious, Alexander. Come.
You should know by now to obey your superior, Magister, whatever she may ask.
quietly. Yeah, I don't want to be
Atusa
noticed
pinches
right
the tip
now.
of her tongue with 2 fingers and brings her dagger to its root. Her eyes scream.
Stop!
Wait, so did she cut her tongue, or just think about it?
May his soul rest in peace, would be disappointed in you, Atusa. The fate of our realm hangs in the balance. If you will not help us, Dallas.
Yes, Your Holiness. What a waste.
I
Come,
don't know
we'll be
how
needed elsewhere.
her doing what she was told to do crossed the line and meant
The
that she
lizard
had to be
register,
exploded.
or what's left of her, lies in a puddle of gore.
Messy.
A lizard, yet a magister.
And Red's okay with that.
Come on, old man. I can't wait all day.
Save game.
Come on then, Lexi. Pay up.
I find only bread. I want. This is not your business, long.
Don't let this moss
Long
muncher
pig?
talk to you like that. Especially a cheapskate.
An intense-looking man steps between the thug and the elf and rolls up his sleeves, revealing well-muscled and heavily scarred
Hey,
arms.
fun.
Just stand aside, won't you, mate?
Lone wolves decide their own business.
The thug freezes in fear for a moment.
Not the
before
lone
shuffling back
wolves.
Pay up, elf. No one shorts griff. Especially not one of you.
Why does the elf owe you
Everyone
money?
in camp's got to contribute. For food, for
Food, protection. I have neither.
This looks like a
You two ought to
shakedown.
be thanking your lucky gods it's us, and not the magisters enforcing round here. Now come on, elf. If you make me say it again, there's gonna be trouble.
If you harm her, I won't stand by and watch. Tips Fedora.
We
My
got a
lady.
system, and it looks like you.
Oh. Oh, she's on my side. I thought I was starting the fight by getting backstabbed. I was like, oh, crap. Okay, so I could make water creatures, but it looks like it would be better to just use physical.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Pew. Come on, splatter some blood.
I will yield to none.
Encouraged? My totem is encouraged. The wooden stick is inspired. Alright, it's a teeny tiny amount, but let's see if we can use this bullet. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Fun fact for the class, the things made from the blood puddles, they still do physical damage, but it's vastly superior. Bigger numbers. One down. It's getting a little crowded here. Glad no one at this party knows the fireball spell. I could make a totem, but just speed this along. She is about to eat it. Excellent. Where was she hiding a pumpkin?
I've an errand to run around here first.
Remember, past the kitchens, down to the beach. In there is a safe place.
Alright. Now I'm aiming for Fane to have a bit of just a little bit of muscle to go with his other skills. So I'll have him use the mace. And a wand upgrade for Red. And how are you doing, Ifan?
And casually wipes some blood from his cheek.
Good work there. Good work. I can tell you.
He stretches out one rough hand to shake yours.
Oh, he'll find out if I'm an undead. Okay.
He grips
Let's do
your
it.
hand tight as of ice and pauses.
His eyes narrow.
Fingertips feel your
Say, you don't look all that busy now that we're safely on dry land. I could use someone to watch my back, and it looks like you. I've just got a small errand to run, and then I'll be looking to get the hell out of here. While
An errand? That sounds slippier than a
How about
void-woken
we
eel.
stick? Everyone needs to make a living.
The little black cat trailing you
What kind of
hisses
errand do you have to
hair raising
do
a
on a
ridge
prison
its back.
island?
Without batting an eyelid, the man rumbles a lupine growl. The cat hides behind your leg, mewling. He shoots you a flinty look. All
Lone wolves only share such information with friends. Are we going to
If
be
you're gonna
friends?
threaten me, yeah, we're
he
besties.
grins, sharp teeth glittering in the...
So, before we hit the road, it's best if we decide battle strategies up front. Survival's my main priority. I'll use every trick in the book to keep us
Alright, so
alive.
like I said earlier, I'm doing
But
heavy
the
summoning to
Wayfarer's
start
not what
this
you're
off,
after.
and then I'll
What good's
change
an
things down the
outlaw who
road.
Can't command the can do.
He scans
Let's
the
have you
Right,
join the totem summoning party. And get everybody's buttons all lined up. Alright. Let's save the game. Three pumpkins. It makes sense for a barrel to have pumpkins. Doesn't make sense for that lady that we just killed in scantily clad garb to have a pumpkin in her pocket. Okay. If memory serves, I can briefly poke my head down here. There we go. Get XP for discovering the arena, but I'm not going to do the arena right now. Alright, the last person I really want to join my party, because I know nothing about her, is right here.
Amid the squalor of Fort Joy, you suddenly spot an elf with diamond feet. She was the one who sat rolling dice in the ship that went under, deciding fates with her eyes are focused on a lizard some distance away. And you get the distinct feeling he's an unfortunate man indeed to be trapped in her tiger-like gaze.
What do I have to do to earn that
No
stare?
sooner have these words left your mouth than she turns about and grabs you in a stranglehold.
You caught me off guard. No one catches me off guard. Better tell me who you really are, or this time I'll let my needle do the licking.
Apparently, I'm an ancient undead looking for my long-lost people.
It does so satisfy to have a purpose.
A push, a pivot, and now you suddenly face her. The needle still, despite the precariousness of your situation, you notice something that remained undetected in the gloom of the ship. A flaw in her diamond.
Because it is my desire to question him. You see, once upon a bad old time, a lizard, but now I'm free. Of sorts, I intend to raise the subject with him.
I am
She
not that
drives the
lizard.
needle into her and whispers.
In truth, it does not matter in the least who you really are. You saw me. That makes you a liability. That makes you...
Or we could be
A bright
palsies.
sparkle of laughter follows.
Ha! How amusing. I admit I had not seen that twist. Make your case and do it quickly. Why should I join you? Escape. How you do tickle
I
me.
did save your life once already.
Well played.
Darn right, well played.
Oh, little needle mine, what should I do? Push? You know what? Today is a rather fine day. I'm not quite sure the weather will save him.
With a casual flick of the wrist, she withdraws the needle from your neck and smiles.
You must have
as if
noticed
she
I
just
didn't have skin
invited
on my
you
neck.
Yes, the needle did find you rather tough to chew. Then again, I already knew I'd have to. This may strike you as,
She tilts her head ever so slightly and looks at you almost mockingly.